Part 29. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu Shui. Chapter 281. Jingyuan Spear Technique, Xian Level Middle Grade, Strength Increase 220%, Attack Speed Increase 60%, Proficiency, Grandmaster. Weapons, Bronze Ancient Sword, Unknown, Red Lightning Spear, Extraordinary, Moonlight Sword, SSS level. Looking at the personal panel, the values have not changed much. But Lu Yu knows that his enhancement is not just this value, but an all-round enhancement. The main function of divine matter is to break the limit, raise the upper limit, and comprehend the laws and so on. For example, I have the law of the Yuan-Chu realm, but I was not proficient in using it before. After all, I have never really reached that realm. But now, it is more than a little bit stronger than before. Besides, the taste of this divine substance is really good. I couldn't help but burp, and Lu Yu found that there was golden light coming out of his mouth and nose. Now the whole golden light is shining, very dazzling. Ah, I look weird now, I can't go out. Lu Yu looked in the mirror and couldn't help burping again. Just thinking about it, suddenly remembered something. Hey, I seem to have more than 2,000 points left. Exchange them all for copy points? No need, copy points are easy to get by doing tasks. What to do then? Lu Yu thought about it and thought of martial arts. System, do you have any advanced martial arts or something? Yes, host. Come on, give me a gun technique with the remaining points. Remember, it must be advanced, Lu Yu said. Ding. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the Shinryu Breaking Sky 9 guns. Breaking Sky 9 guns, Shinryu level incomplete gun technique. The gun comes out like a dragon, 9 guns break the sky. The introduction of the system is quite brief, and at the same time a huge amount of memory poured into Lu Yu's mind. In the blur, Lu Yu seemed to see a phantom standing with a gun, and when the gun came out, it tore the sky. The killing intent made Lu Yu sober up a little. This gun technique is a bit fierce. However, the system said that this seems to be an incomplete version. Moreover, what is Shinryu? Host, Shinryu is a divine martial art. The system explained quickly. This made Lu Yu completely sober. Wow! Divine martial art. Isn't that just awesome? Although it's just a defective version, it's still strong. Let alone potion, go and poke the anus yourself, at least one will be blown up with one poke, right? Not bad, I'll take it. Lu Yu was satisfied and was thinking about whether to practice now. Suddenly, Mu Qing's voice came from outside. Lu Yu, come quickly. That big shot is here? Chapter 0217 God-given clan girl, do you have blood? That big shot is here? Lu Yu remembered that Mu Qing said he would come to call him. Well, it's good to go and see who the big shot is. Lu Yu went downstairs, but the strange phenomenon caused by swallowing too much divine substance on his body still did not disappear. The whole person seemed to be covered by a layer of hazy golden light, and his eyes were shining. When Mu Qing saw this scene, he was stunned. Lu Yu, you. Dean Mu, I just had a small breakthrough, and it is normal to have some strange phenomena, Lu Yu said calmly. I have to say that he is so majestic and handsome now with this strange phenomenon. At first glance, he is the kind of top genius who comes with special effects. Mu Qing took a look and reacted quickly after a little distraction. Well, I'll take you there now. After saying that, Mu Qing took Lu Yu's hand and flew away directly. Lu Yu followed beside him, calm and at ease. But below, many people's discussions made him almost vomit blood. Wow! Look! Lu Yu is radiant after a battle. That's right, the whole person's spirit is different. It's really golden. Lu Yu's mouth twitched when he heard these words. Shouldn't the rumors about him and Hongfei have been stopped long ago? Why are they getting more and more outrageous now? While Lu Yu was wondering, Mu Qing appeared in front of the wooden house. Let's go in now. Lu Yu, be careful later and don't be rude. Okay, Dean, I know. Lu Yu nodded in agreement, but his eyes were looking at a chariot parked outside the wooden house. It was really a chariot. The whole body seemed to be made of a kind of glazed jade, exuding an ancient atmosphere. The canopy on the top was even more gorgeous, emitting colorful light under the sun. And this light seemed to be flowing. In front, there were 3 birds and beasts with gorgeous feathers and long tails like phoenixes. The aura of the birds and beasts was not bad, enough to be at the Star Master level. This surprised Lu Yu. Good guy. It's really a big shot. The beasts pulling the cart are all at the Star Master level. Okay, okay. Lu Yu wanted to sigh again, but Mu Qing had already pulled him in. The wooden house was already full of senior members of the Orion Academy. At the first seat, sat a young girl. The girl's eyes were as bright as stars, and her black hair was scattered on the brocade clothes with colorful patterns. She looked extremely extraordinary, and her whole body was emitting a hazy glow. Her face was even covered with a layer of mist. Even so, if you look at those eyes from a distance, you can guess her true appearance. A fairy-like face. Behind the girl, stood a woman. The woman was worthy of the word beautiful, but compared with the girl, she seemed to be eclipsed. You, the Orion Academy, are really thoughtful. The girl did not speak, but the woman standing behind her smiled and spoke. Xian Xian smiled immediately after hearing this. You are too polite, senior. Since the God-given tribe needs it, our Orion Academy is happy to serve. Xian Xian's words made the woman satisfied. My tribe's goddess. Don't call me goddess. The words that the woman was about to say were interrupted by the girl. The voice was like the chirping of an oriole, very pleasant to hear. Hearing this, the woman lowered her head. The princess is right to scold. The princess of our tribe came this time because she heard that your Orion Academy found that artifact. The woman spoke again, but the information she conveyed shocked many high-level Orion Academy members. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu Shui. Chapter 282. Princess. The one in front of him is the princess of the God-given tribe. His. Many elders looked at each other, their eyes couldn't help but be horrified. At this time, outside the wooden house, Mu Qing's voice came. Sorry, I'm late. Mu Qing appeared with Lu Yu. In an instant, everyone looked at Mu Qing and Lu Yu. Of course, almost all eyes were focused on Lu Yu. Lu Yu was really too dazzling, with golden light flowing all over his body, which was extraordinary to the extreme. A pair of eyes, it was as if to capture people's hearts. Even the woman couldn't help but look at Lu Yu seriously. Are you the young man who got the artifact? The woman's words made Lu Yu look at her. Or rather, Lu Yu had already looked past her. But he was looking at the girl. What a beautiful sister, but why did she bring a melee to play high and cold? Yes. After a while, Lu Yu responded to the woman's words. In response, the woman nodded, her eyes fixed on Lu Yu. Leave it to me, I will give you all the benefits you want. There was a surprise in her eyes that could hardly be concealed. Originally, this time the entrustment to the Orion Academy was just a casual move, and there was no expectation of getting it. After all, the artifact only existed in legends. It had long disappeared in the long river of time, and no one knew where it was lost. And now, Lu Yu can find it, which is a great surprise. Hearing the woman's words, Lu Yu turned his hand and a leaf appeared. The next moment, the leaf was taken away by the woman. The woman looked at the leaf carefully, and the smile on her face froze. Why is there only so little divine power left in this leaf? She looked at Lu Yu with doubtful eyes. Many elders also looked at Lu Yu, with a worried look on their faces. What's the situation? Is this leaf useless? Lu Yu was frank about this. I encountered trouble inside before, and I just borrowed the power from the leaf. Used the power from the leaf? The woman's face changed slightly in an instant, and she felt a little regretful. Although her clan had found this leaf, it was also the divine power in this leaf. Now most of the divine power has been lost. Forget it, this little guy was also forced to do it at that time. The woman thought so and was about to thank him. Suddenly, the girl who had been sitting there without saying anything looked at Lu Yu. What did you say? She stared at Lu Yu closely, her eyes as bright as stars, mixed with confusion and surprise. Everyone was scared by this. Even Mu Qing was worried. Could this princess of the God-given clan be angry with Lu Yu because of this matter? Lu Yu himself was also confused. Good guy, didn't I just use the power inside? Such a big reaction? I used the power inside, Lu Yu said lightly. If she used it, she said it herself, what else can she do to herself? In fact, Lu Yu was really wrong. What can this girl do to Lu Yu? After hearing what Lu Yu said, the girl's body trembled. Then, she looked at Lu Yu with awe. Do you have blood? Chapter 0218 I'm really not your god, you are the god. Do I have blood? Lu Yu was a little confused by this. Yes, he answered subconsciously. The girl's eyes became more and more awed and excited. Then can you activate your blood? Lu Yu. Not only Lu Yu was confused, but others were also confused. Including the woman behind the girl, she couldn't help but speak. Princess. Don't interrupt me. The girl didn't even turn her head back, and continued to look at Lu Yu. She was vaguely sure of something. Seeing her eager eyes, Lu Yu simply sighed. Okay, I can show you. As he said that, Lu Yu slightly activated a trace of blood power. The next moment, everyone present felt a sense of pressure. Including Mu Qing. This was the first time they saw Lu Yu use the power of his bloodline in front of them, and it was so powerful. Even Mu Qing was surprised. Lu Yu's bloodline was definitely extraordinary. What everyone didn't expect was that the girl who was originally sitting on the chair suddenly trembled and stood up from the chair. In her eyes, there was a strong sense of awe and admiration. Then, she knelt down. Behind her, a woman's phantom appeared for no reason and also knelt down to Lu Yu. Princess, you can't do this. The woman wanted to stop him, but before she finished her words, she knelt down uncontrollably. Behind her, a phantom also appeared, but it was not as solid as the girl's phantom. But, she knelt down too. This scene made everyone at a loss. Even Lu Yu was stunned. Wow. Just talk, why did you kneel down while talking? System, what's going on? Lu Yu couldn't help asking. Host, detected as slave blood. Slave blood. Lu Yu was stunned when he heard this. The girl even knelt on the ground, and was so excited that she burst into tears. God, we finally found you. Lu Yu. No, listen to my explanation, don't kneel right away. Lu Yu looked serious and was about to help the girl up. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yun Zhongmu Shui. Chapter 283. Who knew that the girl's body softened and she fell directly into Lu Yu's arms. Her body was trembling slightly, and she was looking at Lu Yu with awe to the extreme. God, this family has been waiting for you for an era, and you are finally back. Lu Yu. Lu Yu was simply at a loss. It's true that you are a top beauty, but don't treat me like such a casual person, okay? I admit that you are beautiful, but you just throw yourself into my arms like this. I seriously doubt that you are taking advantage of me. Lu Yu wanted to let go, but the girl's body softened and she knelt down again. With no other choice, Lu Yu had no choice but to put away the ray of bloodline pressure on his body. Sure enough, the girl returned to normal. The shadow behind her disappeared, but the awe in her eyes did not diminish at all. God! Stop, stop, calm down. Lu Yu interrupted her. Good guy. There are so many slaves, why do you like to take advantage of them so much? Lu Yu's unceremonious look was naturally shocking in the eyes of others. Especially the scene where the girl knelt down just now made everyone stunned. What happened? What happened? How could a princess from a god-given clan call Lu Yu a god? All the top leaders of Orion College were at a loss. Even the woman's eyes were blank. God, there are so many people here, can we go to a quieter place, the girl said with awe. When Lu Yu heard this, he looked around and saw that there were indeed a lot of people. But, you want to go to a place with few people and plot evil against me? Lu Yu took a look. Moving mountains to the limit? Well, not as tall as me. You can talk about it and ask her not to kneel down at every turn. In addition, looking at the confused expressions of many elders around him, Lu Yu himself felt strange. He knew about the slaves, but he didn't expect that he would run into them again. The last time we met, it was the Silver Moon clan. Lu Yu was thinking about it and was about to take the girl away. The girl waved her hand. You all leave. Elder Yu, help me stay outside. Okay, princess. The woman frowned slightly. Until now, she had vaguely guessed something. But haven't the gods disappeared for a long time? The sudden appearance now really shocked the woman beyond belief. After all the confused senior officials of Orion College left, the girl looked at Lu Yu, her eyes filled with excitement, tears dripping from her eyes, and she knelt down at the same time. God, you've been gone for too long, really too long. The God-given clan has really waited too long for your return. Seeing you again now is an honor bestowed upon us by God. The girl was extremely excited. God. This is definitely God. The power can communicate with that leaf, and the breath of blood makes me unable to help but kneel down. Especially the divine brilliance on his body cannot be faked. Lu Yu looked at the girl who was kneeling again and couldn't help but sigh. I'm really not the god you talk about. Lu Yu vomited blood. This beautiful sister definitely regards herself as the god who was given to the clan by the gods back then. But in fact, I have his bloodline, but I am not him. Moreover, this bloodline was developed systematically no matter how many generations passed. Lu Yu is a pragmatic person and there is no need to lie to others. But when the girl heard Lu Yu's words, she couldn't help but shed tears in her eyes. God, why do you deny it? Is it because of my clan? After you left, the God-given clan has never changed its original intention. It has been looking for your whereabouts, but it has never been found. Now, are you back? Yes, it is recorded in the divine history that you once said that you would return in a way that exceeds the imagination of forbidden existences. The girl spoke excitedly. She wanted to touch Lu Yu, but she didn't dare. Lu Yu was completely speechless when he saw this scene. He can be sure. This God-given clan is definitely one of the die-hard loyalists left behind from back then. Those from the Silver Moon clan have already rebelled. This made Lu Yu a little difficult to deal with. Those from the Silver Moon clan should be killed as soon as possible. But the God-given clan. I am really not your god. You are going crazy thinking about God. Please wake up, I just have a little bit of his blood. No, it is recorded in the history of God that there will be no second person with the blood of God. The girl shook her head, and then suddenly thought of something. God, have you given up on the God-given clan? The girl's eyes were filled with despair, and crystal tears fell from her eyes as bright as stars. Lu Yu is going to collapse. Really going to collapse? Damn it, I can't explain it clearly. I am your god and you listen to me? Okay. Take off your clothes and show me, Lu Yu said calmly. He didn't believe it. This God-given clan could be so stupid that they could say whatever they said. But what Lu Yu really didn't expect was, the girl's hands were placed on her clothes. God, this clan given by God will obey all your orders. Chapter 0219 Girl Lan, the charm that mortals cannot resist. God, this clan given by God will obey all your orders. The girl looked at Lu Yu in awe, and while she was talking, she had already taken off a coat. Seeing this scene, Lu Yu was completely dumbfounded. Wow! No way, are you serious? Lu Yu looked at the delicate collarbone and the picturesque face, and instantly took a breath of cold air. No way, no way. Wait, stop. Lu Yu immediately reached out. How the hell is this? What if someone outside comes in? Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu Shui. Chapter 284. She was seen like this, and she had to do something for herself if she didn't do it well. The girl was stunned when she heard Lu Yu's words, and looked at Lu Yu with a pair of tearful eyes. God, what's wrong? Ahem, you don't have to take off your clothes, I already know the loyalty of your God-given clan, Lu Yu said. There's nothing I can do. If she doesn't admit it, this girl can take off all her clothes by herself. Although Lu Yu admitted that he really wanted to see it. But, ahem, take it off in private, take it off in private. The girl was stunned when she heard Lu Yu's words, and then her eyes jumped up. God, you really didn't abandon our God-given clan. She was extremely excited. Lu Yu glanced at her and coughed. Put on your clothes. Ah. The girl realized something at this time, her face flushed instantly, and she slowly put on her clothes again. God, if you need it, I can continue. The girl looked at Lu Yu seriously. This made Lu Yu blush. Good guy. So proactive. He took a look at the girl. Well, her figure and appearance are both top-notch, wonderful. Yes, with so many slaves, they are the most loyal of your God-given tribe. Lu Yu said something casually. This girl has completely immersed herself in it and regards Lu Yu as the god of her God-given tribe. The kind that she can't help but agree with. The girl laughed even more happily when she heard Lu Yu's words. In the era when you left, the God-given tribe has been acting according to the orders you left before you left. Well, very good, Lu Yu said something casually, but he thought of something and spoke again. I forgot to ask, what's your name? My name is Lan. The girl bowed her head in awe. Lu Yu nodded. Lan, my name is Lu Yu, you can just call me Lu Yu. Slaves can't call God by his name directly. The girl shook her head. Lu Yu was happy when he heard it. Then now God has given you an order, you can call me by my name. Okay, God, Lu Yu. The girl lowered her head even more, fearing that her words and actions would displease Lu Yu. Seeing this, Lu Yu looked a little helpless. Besides, can you not keep kneeling to talk to me? Lu Yu glanced at her. The girl stood up after hearing this, but still didn't dare to look up at Lu Yu. Look up. Lu Yu held the girl's chin with his hand. Until this moment, this was the first time Lu Yu looked directly at the girl's face. Her eyes were like stars, and the starlight was brilliant. Her skin was white, with a slight blush, and she was looking at Lu Yu timidly. Wow! So beautiful! Lu Yu couldn't help but be shocked. The girl's eyes were a little terrified. Lu Yu's body was shining with golden light, and even his eyes were like this, with an innate majesty that made her want to kneel down again. Her body softened, and the girl Lan fell into Lu Yu's arms again. Lu Yu, 0. Oh. Holding the girl in his arms, Lu Yu could smell her fragrance. This feeling, this scene, this moment. Lu Yu felt that perhaps, he had to do something. So, he let go of his hand. Bang. The girl fell to the ground. God. The girl Lan was stunned, and saw Lu Yu patting his arm. Lu Yu, am not such a casual person. Next time, don't throw yourself into my arms so casually. Humph. Lu Yu was confident that his personality charm might have reached a level that ordinary people could not resist. Didn't you see such a beautiful woman? Her body softened and she felt weak all over at any time. Ha, woman. In order to get close to me, she actually used such a method. If it weren't for my Lu Yu's firm mind, I'm afraid I would have been fooled. Lu Yu's words made the girl panic. I'm sorry, God, Okay, there will be no next time. Seeing tears in the eyes of the girl Lan again, Lu Yu said helplessly. Yeah, God, I got it. The girl stood up and endured the pressure from Lu Yu. Remember, you can call me God secretly. When other people come in later, just call me Lu Yu said. He didn't even need to think about it. Now, Dean Muqing and a lot of elders outside probably had question marks on their faces. Lu Yu felt that it was better not to expose his bloodline. The past of the bloodline seemed to be very glorious, and he was not sure whether there would be any hidden enemies. The girl Lan heard Lu Yu's words and nodded seriously. I will, God. Lu Yu. Let them in. Lu Yu spread his hands helplessly, and then sat in the position where the girl had sat before. The girl Lan whispered to the outside. Elder Yu, you can let them in. Okay, princess. Soon, Elder Yu and a group of senior leaders of the Orion Academy walked in. But after coming in, everyone was stunned again. The girl was standing behind Lu Yu, and Lu Yu was sitting in the first seat. Not only that, the girl's hand was placed on Lu Yu's shoulder to massage him. This. The elders were at a loss. Only Elder Yu looked in awe. From the looks of it, the princess should be sure. Dean Mu, you don't have to be surprised. Actually, Lan and I were childhood sweethearts. I didn't expect to meet again now, right, Lan? Lu Yu smiled. The girl Lan nodded hurriedly. Yeah, that's right. As she spoke, her slender hands massaged Lu Yu's arms again. Muqing. The elders. Are they childhood sweethearts? Are you kidding me? Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu. Chapter 285. You traveled from Blue Star to the vast sea of stars to be childhood sweethearts? I don't believe you. But since Lu Yu said so, the princess of the God-given tribe also admitted it. Even though Muqing and others were confused, they didn't say much now and could only cooperate. So that's it, we didn't know it before. Muqing's smile was as stiff as it could be. Elder Yu was also standing behind Lu Yu at this moment, feeling the breath of Lu Yu, and she also looked at him with awe. There is no doubt about it. It was indeed the one from that year. Since everyone is fine, I will leave first, you guys chat. Lu Yu didn't want to be so awkward, so he waved his hand and stood up and left. But when he moved, the girl Lan moved with him. When the girl Lan moved, Elder Yu moved. Elder Yu did so, and the senior leaders of Orion Academy also wanted to go outside. This made Lu Yu freeze on the spot. Everyone, how about, this matter ends here today. Chapter 0220. Seeing Hongfei again, Lu Yu who does whatever he wants. How about it ends here? Lu Yu almost wanted to vomit blood. I want to go out and take a walk now, you guys come with me. How can I take a walk with so many people around me? Elder Yu, you discuss with them here, Lu Yu and I will go out for a while. Lu Yu was satisfied with what the girl Lan said. She was not stupid. Elder Yu quickly accepted this request, and Lu Yu and the girl Lan left here. Walking out of the wooden house, Lu Yu felt that the air was so fresh, it was simply great. God, where are we going now? Where to go? Lu Yu said it didn't matter, and he took the girl Lan for a walk. It didn't matter that this walk attracted the attention of countless people in an instant. Wow, Lu Yu, who is this? So beautiful. Hiss. Just like she walked out of the painting. She is so beautiful, I envy her. I don't know how many male compatriots have become pigs at this moment, while the girls are envious and ashamed of themselves. The girl Lan is so beautiful. She is wearing a classical long dress, stunning everyone. She is just like she walked out of a painting, with a beautiful face. However, despite this, she always lags behind Lu Yu by half a step, following him step by step, looking at Lu Yu with awe. This is God, the God who created and protected the God-given clan. Lu Yu felt very proud of this. Although the divine beast is not in place yet, with such a beautiful girl, the appearance is in place. With a flick of her hand, she carried him on her back, a peerless genius. Wonderful. As he walked, Lu Yu couldn't help but walk to Hong Fei's palace. After taking a look at the closed door, Lu Yu breathed a sigh of relief. Just as he was about to turn around and leave, he heard a sneer. Hey, are you looking for a new love again? Hong Fei appeared outside the door at some point, leaning on a chair to bask in the sun, her beautiful curves visible in the sun. Lu Yu shook his head mechanically, and his smile was somewhat stiff after seeing her. Good afternoon, afternoon. Hong Fei didn't say anything, but just glanced at the girl Lan behind Lu Yu. Well, not bad, a very beautiful girl. Lu Yu had no idea how to answer this, so he just nodded. Then, he took the girl Lan and ran away. Just kidding. How could he not run? Who knows if this female devil has calmed down? If she hasn't, she will catch me back. My small body can't hold it. God, that woman. That's a female devil, don't get close to her. Lu Yu looked at the girl Lan with a serious face. Although the girl Lan didn't understand, she still nodded seriously. Lan knows. It's good to know. Lu Yu breathed a sigh of relief and let go of Ian's hand. The girl saw Lu Yu let go, and her expression was a little regretful. The two returned to the wooden house, and Lu Yu looked at the chariot with an interesting expression. You came here in this thing? Yes, God. The girl Lan stroked the heads of the phoenixes pulling the chariot, and then looked at Lu Yu with expectation. God, can you go to our God-given star again? God-given star has been looking forward to your arrival for a long time. Lu Yu. No, your God-given star is too far away. Lu Yu pouted. Why go to God-given star when I have nothing to do? I am so bored. When the girl Lan heard Lu Yu's words, mist appeared in her eyes again. God, do you dislike our God-given tribe? Lu Yu said in a sign language. Unless you, the God-given star, can prepare something for me, I won't go. God, everything God has given, originally exists for God. As long as God needs it, the God-given tribe can offer everything. The girl looked at Lu Yu with a fanatical face. This was something Lu Yu never expected. So cruel. Then I want to sleep with you, okay? What do you mean by sleep? The girl Lan looked puzzled. Seeing this, Lu Yu's face was not red, and his heart was not beating. Just do something indescribable. Indescribable things. The girl's face blushed instantly. Okay, all the needs of God must be met. Then, he actually wanted to take off his clothes again. This is not allowed. It's okay for you to take off your clothes inside, but what's the big deal about taking off your clothes outside? Stop, I'll sleep another day. Lu Yu immediately reached out to stop him. When the girl Lan heard this, her fair skin turned red with shame, and she looked at Lu Yu with awe. As long as God is happy, Lan can do anything. Lu Yu. It is undeniable that it is very cool to have a top-notch beauty who can do whatever she wants. Lu Yu admits that this is very exciting. But, this is too fanatical. She is the kind who shouts east and not west. Definitely, the maid clan. It's just the question of whether to go to the God-given clan. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yoon-jeon Shui. Chapter 286. Lu Yu was lost in thought. He suddenly thought of something. Does your tribe have a history of gods? Of course. God, everything you have done is recorded in the history of gods, including the artifact you left before you left, which is kept by the God-given tribe. Sometime after you left, the God-given tribe was attacked by powerful enemies, but with the artifact you left behind, the God-given tribe still survived. Mentioning this, Ian's eyes became more and more fanatical. Looking at Lu Yu's eyes, she was almost going to worship him. Lu Yu suspected that if he hadn't stopped her from kneeling, she would have kneeled through the ground. Well, you God-given tribe did a good job. Lu Yu stroked Ian's head with a serious face. In his opinion, this girl has completely entered into it. He is not a god now, but he must be a god. Sure enough, Lu Yu's action of touching his head made Lan very happy. Retracting his hand, Lu Yu began to think about another question. The God-given tribe has a history of gods, which means that the records about their own bloodline are probably quite complete. This may explain some of the questions about their own bloodline itself. For example, what are the illusions they saw? I should be able to learn some of the truth from the God-given tribe. In addition, the God-given tribe has something left by God. Something like the ancient bronze sword? This must be visited. Apart from anything else, the ancient bronze sword is used with their own bloodline, and its power explodes directly. Thinking of this, Lu Yu simply took out the ancient bronze sword. Look, is the thing in your tribe similar to this? What made Lu Yu confused was, the moment he took out the ancient bronze sword, the girl Lan instantly knelt down. Her eyes were full of awe. Even, her head knocked deeply towards Lu Yu, and her body was trembling. It's that sword, God, this is the sword you wore back then. God, you must have really returned. Tears flowed from the girl's excited eyes, and she looked at Lu Yu with awe and fanaticism. Lu Yu. It's over, I don't need to explain this matter. Lu Yu was too lazy to explain. There was no point in explaining it further. Okay, get up, I'm back. Although he said so, Lu Yu was also confused. This sword, what is the origin of it? Chapter 0221 God Star Inheritance, Lu Yu's fried dough sticks are delicious. Lu Yu was completely confused about the origin of this sword. Even his own bloodline, Lu Yu was confused. It was completely unclear what the person who possessed this bloodline had done. Needless to say, the God-given clan must be extremely powerful. Such a powerful race, the ancient years of inheritance, are all slaves. What about the real God clan? Ahem, that Lan, I just came back, and my memory is a little unclear. Do you know what my status was back then? Lu Yu wanted to hint at it. When Lan heard this, his eyes were in awe. God, your status needs no words, and it cannot be said. Lu Yu. Very good. It's the same whether you say it or not. At this time, someone came out of the yard. Elder Yu, thank you for your arrangement. I believe Lu Yu should be very satisfied. When Mu Qing sent the woman out, he was so happy. The God-given clan gave something beyond imagination this time. Not to mention the Star Corps, it directly gave 100,000 yuan to the Orion Academy. At the same time, the God-given star also said that it would provide other resources and power protection. This is a blessing from heaven. The most important thing is that the woman said that they would handle the affairs of the Guantian star domain. Mu Qing was so happy that he ignored the previous things. Lu Yu must have some big secrets. But there is no need for him to explore these. Just know that Lu Yu will be fine, that's all. When the woman saw Lu Yu and the girl Lan standing at the door, she immediately lowered her head. Princess, Lu Yu. Well, thank you for your hard work, Lu Yu nodded. The woman was the same. She could see that this person didn't seem to want to reveal his true identity. In this case, she couldn't go against his wishes. It's just. Princess, Elder you go back first. I'm going to stay at the Orion Academy for a few days, the girl Lan said. Lu Yu hadn't agreed to go to the God-given tribe yet. And now that she had met Lu Yu, the girl didn't want to go back just like that. After hearing the girl's words, the woman hesitated slightly, and envy emerged in her eyes. Is her own princess ready to start serving the gods? A real honor. You know, even in that era, among the thousands of slaves, few people were truly qualified to serve the gods. Especially, this god. Princess, I know. The woman nodded respectfully, and then looked at Mu Qing. Dean Mu, I wonder if your academy can provide a spaceship. The chariot belongs to the girl Lan, and she can't take it away. Mu Qing was slightly stunned when he heard the words, and then nodded quickly. No problem. Then, she lent her spaceship to the woman temporarily. After the woman left, Mu Qing looked at the girl Lan. God-given princess, I will arrange a place for you right now. No, it's fine for me and Lu Yu to live together. The girl Lan shook her head, with happiness in her eyes. Mu Qing was completely confused when he heard this. What's going on? You say you are childhood sweethearts, but I can barely believe it. Now we all live together, how can I believe it? It's really hard to forcefully deceive yourself. Ahem, Dean Mu, my place is very big, so it doesn't matter if I live there. Lu Yu could only speak. There is no way. He is still a great person. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu Shui. Chapter 287. Even if I want to drive him away, I can't. When Mu Qing heard this, his head stiffened and he nodded. Although she didn't know what was going on with Lu Yu, this God-given princess wanted to live with Lu Yu. That's really surprising. After explaining to Mu Qing, Lu Yu took the girl Lan back. On the way, Lu Yu thought of something. By the way, it seems that I have offended a sky-watching star field before. Lan, can your God-given stars help me solve the sky-watching star territory? Is it the sky-observing star territory that offended you, God? The girl Ian's words made Lu Yu nod. Yes, that's them. Then there is no need for you to take action. The Guantian star territory is just a slave of the God-given clan. The girl Lan smiled. This surprised Lu Yu. Is there such a good thing? The slave clan of the slave clan? Isn't that slave within slave, subordinate to subordinate, younger brother within younger brother? Just like this, we need to add someone below. Just ride on their heads. Well, not bad, not bad. Okay, I will accompany you to the star observation territory in person when the time comes. Lu Yu smiled. If I take the Godsend clan there, won't the group of pretenders in the starry sky territory be scared to death? Taking the opportunity to rob someone's home, oh no, it should be a friendly conversation and a little protection fee, that's not too much, right? Wonderful. Lu Yu smiled brightly. The girl Lan was pleasantly surprised. God, are you going to join our God-given clan? Well, let's go over and take a look, Lu Yu said calmly. I definitely had to go. Lu Yu was very excited about the divine history and artifacts left there. What if there is another ancient bronze sword like this, or an even more awesome killing weapon? That would be great. When the girl Lan heard what Lu Yu said, she was so happy that she couldn't help herself. Then God, when do you plan to go there? It will take 2 days, Lu Yu said. Before that, it seemed like I should consider how to apologize to Hung Fei. Otherwise, he might really be kidnapped one day. It's too dangerous. Being raped, I couldn't even find a place to reason, so I could only enjoy it passively. Why? Is this the trouble of genius? Lu Yu took the girl Lan back. As soon as the palace door was opened, the little loli ran over with bare feet. Lu Yu. You are finally back. Hey, Lu Yu, why do you have breasts? Yeah, it still smells good. The little loli looked surprised, then opened her eyes. But when she saw the girl Lan, she was stunned. Wow, Lu Yu. You are so awesome, how did you deceive such a beautiful sister? The little loli looked surprised. After fighting Elder Hong Fei, are you going to fight this beautiful sister again? Lu Yu. He and Lan didn't say anything. This little loli had already figured out everything. I really don't know if something is wrong with me or with her. This sister's name is Lan. She has been living with us for the past 2 days. Lu Yu walked in and randomly arranged a room for Lan. In this regard, the little loli expressed that she was very happy. Sister Lan? What a nice name. Sister Lan, I have some delicious food here. Do you want to eat it? With that said, the little loli took out an energy bar from behind. Apparently, she wanted to share the meal with Lan. The girl Lan took the energy bar with a puzzled look on her face. What's this? It's delicious, look at me like this. The little loli took out another energy bar, put it in her mouth and started sucking on it. The girl Lan hesitated for a moment, then opened the package, put it in her mouth, and sucked on it slightly. Yeah, that's it. Let me tell you quietly, Lu Yu's fried dough sticks are also very delicious. The little loli looked happy. Lu Yu was watching all this and felt that something was not right about the style of painting. This. Forget it, you guys can play, I'm going to take a shower. Lu Yu went back upstairs to take a shower. Just lying in the bathtub filled with hot water, I hadn't been happy for 2 seconds when a figure appeared. God. Chapter 0222 Lan, who has never seen a man, my life is in danger. God. Digging. Lu Yu was almost scared enough to jump out of the bathtub. With a vigilant look on his face, he grabbed a little yellow duck to protect the key parts, and then looked at the girl Lan. What you up to? I'll help you take a bath, God. Lu Yu. It's okay, no need, I can do it myself. Lu Yu pouted. He has understood everything. This girl is just taking advantage of herself. There's nothing I can do about it, it's all because of my great charisma. Why? Looking at the girl Lan who went out, Lu Yu sighed. After a while, he got out of the bathtub, wrapped himself in a bathrobe, and was about to find something to wear, when he was surprised to find that all his clothes had disappeared. At this time, the girl Lan appeared at the door again. God, do you need me to help you change your clothes? It's okay, give me the clothes, I can change them myself. Lu Yu stretched out his hand. But the girl Ian's face hesitated. God, can't you let Lan serve you? Lu Yu. He sighed and took the clothes anyway. You go out and wait. Okay God. The girl Lan lowered her eyes and walked out. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu Shui. Chapter 288. Not long after, Lu Yu walked out. But there were already tears in the eyes of the girl Lan. What's wrong? God, Lan feels so useless. The girl Lan looked at Lu Yu with a frustrated look. Lu Yu. Why are you useless? Lan doesn't know either. The slaves originally existed to serve God, but God no longer needs Ian's service. There were tears rolling down the girl Ian's eyes as bright as the stars. Seeing this, Lu Yu sighed slightly. The plot of this girl's substitution is too serious, and I can't do anything about it. I, Lu Yu, am not the kind of casual god, I am very particular. You can help me take a bath when you have the chance. Now help me wash my clothes. Okay, the girl Lan quickly became happy after hearing Lu Yu's words. After a while, she came back with clean clothes. God, it's done. The girl Lan looked expectantly, as if waiting for Lu Yu's praise. Lu Yu nodded and touched her head. The girl Lan narrowed her eyes and seemed very happy. Well done. This is what Lan should do. The girl Lan smiled happily. The little loli ran over again. Sister Lan, do you want to sleep with Lu Yu tonight? Ah. The girl Lan was stunned when she heard this, and her face turned red with embarrassment. As long as Lu Yu. Then I'd better sleep alone. Lu Yu almost laughed. Why are the two sleeping together? Are you trying to steal the quilt from me when you sleep? In addition, I will go to Hongfei tomorrow. If something happens in the middle of the night, being sluggish the next day is not a good thing. Talk about it later, talk about it later. Lu Yu returned upstairs again. After a night passed, Lu Yu felt refreshed and in better condition than ever before. At this time, the girl Lan also opened the door and walked in. God, I'm here to help you get dressed. It's okay, I'll be fine on my own. Lu Yu calmly covered his legs with the quilt. Damn it! I have a strong reaction when I wake up in the morning. When the girl Lan heard this, she shook her head. God, can't you let me help you once? Help? How can I help? You are standing here now, and I feel uncomfortable just looking at you. Lu Yu wanted to refuse, but the girl Lan was still helping Lu Yu get dressed. But when she lifted the quilt, she was stunned. God! The girl Ian's eyes were confused. God, something doesn't seem right here. Lu Yu. I would wear it myself. Lu Yu quickly put on his clothes and looked calm. What, you haven't seen a man before? Never seen it? The girl Lan shook her head. Lu Yu was silent about this. Okay, let's go down. Lu Yu made a simple breakfast. Both the little girl and Lan, the girl who ate normal food for the first time, expressed their surprise. This made Lu Yu very satisfied. Then, he straightened his clothes and walked out of the palace. Before going to the God-given star, he had to apologize to Hongfei. It's really a bit too much to hurt people's hearts. The girl Lan wanted to be with Lu Yu, but Lu Yu refused. Joke. Women are naturally jealous. If Lan followed him, wouldn't he be embarrassed on the spot? The chance of returning intact is almost zero. I have to think of a good phrase first. While he was thinking, Lu Yu had already arrived at the gate of Hongfei Palace. Taking a deep breath, Lu Yu was about to knock on the door, but the door opened by itself. Come in. Hongfei's voice came out. Lu Yu took courage and walked in with a tragic face. In the palace, Hongfei was sitting on the sofa. Seeing Lu Yu walking in, he had a smile on his face. What's wrong, little brother, do you miss me, sister? Lu Yu felt that Hongfei's current state was not quite right. How come you recovered on your own? A smile hides a knife, a smile hides a knife. Ah, I'm in the wrong place, sorry to bother you. Lu Yu turned around and was about to go out when there was a bang and the door slammed shut. At the same time, a hand came up from behind. Once you enter sister's door, don't expect to walk out so easily. While talking, Lu Yu was pushed down on the sofa. Hongfei was already wearing very few clothes, but now she was looking down at Lu Yu like this. When Lu Yu opened his eyes, everything was not good. My life is in danger. Since you can't resist, just enjoy it passively. Just when Lu Yu was about to close his eyes, Hong Fei suddenly let go of her hand and sat back down. At some point, a pair of scissors appeared in her hand, and she cut a sausage with a click. Lu Yu looked at the sausage that was 1 inch short and 1 inch dangerous, and couldn't help but take a breath. Damn it! You shouldn't have come today. My brother is in danger. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu. Chapter 289. Don't you have anything to say? Hong Fei looked at Lu Yu with a smile. When Lu Yu heard this, his expression froze at first, and then soon became affectionate. There was a sincere love once. You said this when you lied to me, Hong Fei reminded with a smile. This made Lu Yu feel bad. But soon, he forced himself to calm down. There are always passionate people in life, and this hatred has nothing to do with the wind and the moon. Hong Fei, I know you hate me in your heart, why don't I do the same? I also want to hug you, but I don't have the ability now. Lu Yu said, his eyes slightly red. He looked at Hong Fei with his hands behind his back. The gap between you and me is too big. I am just a small warrior who moves mountains. How can I be worthy of you? Hong Fei's hand holding the scissors was stunned. She looked at Lu Yu with a dull face, biting her red lips slightly. What if I don't care about your strength? You don't care? Damn it! Lu Yu was stunned. He originally thought that if he let Hong Fei face the reality, Hong Fei might not be interested. But it seems like this, why is she even more excited? No. You don't care, but I do. I don't want you to bear it alone and endure those rumors. If a man can't even protect the woman he loves, what's the use? Lu Yu's eyes were firm. Hong Fei, believe me, when I, Lu Yu, become Giwen, I will definitely come back to find you. Chapter 0223 Go to the God-given star and do some serious work. I will definitely come back to find you. When Hong Fei heard Lu Yu's words, her eyes were dull and the scissors fell from her hands. Are you serious? Hong Fei's face turned red with shame. Seeing this, Lu Yu nodded heavily. Definitely. When I become Giwen, I will definitely come back to spank you. Hang and spank. Lu Yu's words made Hong Fei's face blush even more. Then, how long will I wait for you? How long? At most 50 years. Lu Yu was full of confidence. Is it difficult for me to return to the origin in 50 years? A gentleman's revenge is never too late in 50 years. Hong Fei bit her red lips and nodded when she heard this. You said it? If you can't return to the origin in 50 years, don't blame me for being rude then. Don't worry, you can do whatever you want. Hearing that the female devil finally gave in, Lu Yu couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. It's saved, it's finally saved. But before Lu Yu could be happy, he was pinched by Hong Fei's chin in an instant. Oh my god. It's so big. I can't breathe. Little brother, remember what you said, you can go now. Oh, okay, okay. Lu Yu felt dizzy and didn't know how to get out. As soon as he walked out, Lu Yu saw a large group of people. Hey, Lu Yu, why are you so fast today? Can't do it? I feel the same way. There is no battle fluctuation. It's not working. It's not working. A large group of people shook their heads and sighed. When Lu Yu heard what they said, the corners of his mouth twitched, and he quickly returned to the palace. During this time, he told Mu Qing that he was going to the God-given star. In response, Mu Qing asked Lu Yu to be careful. Lu Yu said he knew, and then returned to the palace. The girl Lan was looking at the intelligent brain with the little loli. When she saw Lu Yu coming back, the girl Ian's eyebrows curved. God, I will help you. Hey, God, why do you smell like a woman's perfume? The girl Lan was a little confused. Hearing this, Lu Yu raised his eyelids. This attention. I know. Lu Yu must have fought with Elder Hongfei again. Fighting, it's inevitable to dawdle. The little loli looked like she had seen through everything. This made Lu Yu nod his head in approval. Well, I just went to spar with Elder Hongfei. Well, then God, let me give you a massage. You must be very tired after the battle just now. Lu Yu did not refuse the girl Ian's request. One day passed quickly. The next morning, Lu Yu got up early. He didn't forget what he was going to do today. God-given star. He was curious about what the so-called God-given history actually recorded. In addition, what was the artifact left by the gods? Seeing Lu Yu dressed up so quickly, the girl Lan felt a little regretful, but soon became happy. God, are we going to God-given star later? Yes, Lu Yu nodded, which surprised the girl Lan. After breakfast, Lu Yu and the girl Lan went out. Duo Lala wanted to follow, but Lu Yu thought about it and didn't take her. Going to God-given star by yourself is not a trip. If you encounter any danger, you don't know. Dean Muqing and a group of senior leaders of Orion College have appeared. Looking at Lu Yu and the girl Lan, their eyes always feel strange. What surprised them was that Hongfei also came. Lu Yu, be careful. God-given princess, I wish you a safe journey, Muqing said with a smile. The girl Lan nodded. With the God-given chariot, there won't be any big problems. That's true. The 4-star Lord level pulling beasts are enough to deter those villains. Those with higher realms, seeing that it is the treasure chariot of the God-given star, dare not stop it at all. No one would be stupid enough to anger a race that is famous in the Milky Way. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu Shui. Chapter 290. Hongfei looked at Lu Yu with expectant eyes. Lu Yu, you have to become stronger quickly. I know, Elder Hongfei. Lu Yu nodded seriously. If you don't push me, I will become stronger quickly. Otherwise, I would be worried and scared every day, which would be very uncomfortable. As everyone watched, Lu Yu and the girl Lan got into the chariot. As the 4-headed phoenix bird was driven, light burst out from the treasure chariot and disappeared into the sky in an instant. This made the senior leaders of Orion College sigh. This kid Lu Yu is really awesome. What does the God-given princess have to do with him? I think it's not that simple anymore. Zi, the beauty given to the princess by God is one of the top 10 beauties in the galaxy. You are young and you are promising. You are young and you are promising. A group of Orion College senior officials sighed, their red eyebrows slightly frowned. She didn't know why, but she suddenly felt something wasn't right. Did I get deceived by that bastard Lu Yu again? Hongfei clenched her silver teeth as she stared at the stream of light disappearing in the sky. No. When this kid comes back next time, I have to question him. Lu Yu sat on the God-given treasure chariot, looking at the planet outside that had turned into strips of light, feeling shocked in his heart. This speed is faster than a wormhole. I lost it. Speaking of Lan, what kind of race are you, the God-given race, considered to be in the galaxy? Lu Yu asked a question. Until now, he has not had an accurate understanding of the God-sent clan. God, the ranking of the God-given tribe in the galaxy should be around 32 ND. The girl Ian's expression was a little ashamed. Lu Yu was silently shocked when he heard this. Bullshit. All I can say is awesome. How many planets are there in the vast galaxy? How many races are there? No one knows. The 3 cantilevers occupy only a very small part of the entire galaxy, which is regarded as the terminal place. The truly prosperous place in the Milky Way is the galactic center, also known as the central region. This is where the most powerful race in the entire galaxy lives. The God-given star can be ranked 32nd, which is already very powerful. Yes, yes, this slave clan is so generous. Lu Yu became satisfied. The girl Lan opened her red lips. God, it's a long way to the God-given star. Do you want to sleep for a while first? Take a nap? No, I'm in good condition. Lu Yu shook his head. The girl Lan nodded after hearing this. Time passed little by little, and Lu Yu realized it. It's not just a long way to go, it's a long way to go. Half a day has passed and it's still not there. Just when Lu Yu was thinking about whether to ask how far it was, suddenly, the girl Ian's shoulder came over. Want to eat my tofu again? Lu Yu raised his eyebrows slightly, and when he glanced over, he realized that he was asleep. Okay, okay. Lu Yu simply let her lean on him. But forget it, a moment later, the girl Lan stretched out her hand again and hugged Lu Yu. Lu Yu, what are you doing? Lu Yu wanted to pull her hand away, but found that the girl Ian's hand was holding him tightly, and her warm breath was blowing against his face. God, please don't leave, okay? God has given us a family that will obey all your orders. Lu Yu. Hiss. The long journey makes me feel uneasy. Is it really okay for you to mess with my mentality like this? How about taking advantage of the fact that no one else is here? Lu Yu looked around, looking at the beautiful girl Lan, hesitating. Hey, wake up. No response. Very good, slept like crazy. Then I have to do something serious. When she wakes up, she won't blame me, right? Thinking like this, an evil smile appeared on Lu Yu's face. Chapter 0224 God, what do you want to do? Come to the God-given star. An evil smile appeared on Lu Yu's face. Lan calls herself a god every day and secretly does something while she is sleeping. Surely she won't blame herself? A must. No, I can't control it anymore. Just when Lu Yu was about to take further action, suddenly, the girl Lan opened her eyes. She looked at Lu Yu with confused eyes. God, what are you doing with your hands on my clothes? Lu Yuren was confused. What about sleeping to death as promised? Why did you wake up so quickly? Lu Yu thought about whether to show off his cards. The girl Lan seemed to notice Lu Yu's doubts, and suddenly her face turned red with embarrassment. God, are you going to do something embarrassing? Sure enough, you still understand me. Lu Yu couldn't help but want to extend his thumb. The girl Lan also blushed. How can God take the initiative to do this kind of thing? With that said, she sat on Lu Yu. Caught off guard, Cherry kissed Lu Yu with her small mouth. So proactive. Wonderful. Lu Yu felt the girl Ian's kiss, and his heart was already filled with joy. After a moment, the girl Lan opened her mouth. God, we are almost at the God-given star. Can we go back and do shameful things later? The girl Lan looked at Lu Yu with a blushing face, her eyes filled with yearning and awe. When Lu Yu heard this, he sighed inwardly. Damn it! Why is it that such a critical moment is approaching? Lu Yu could see that in the distance, a blue planet was getting bigger.